I believe this is 5th in Indiana versus 6th in Indiana. Falcon is one of the matchups that pretty much everybody above Phrigid is like very good at. I can't vouch for all the people below him, but every single person above Phrigid on the Indiana PR is like very good at this.
So we're expecting this to be a really close matchup then.
I don't personally. And that's just because Rodney plays this matchup a decent amount, and he's very patient. Falco in general is just very good at like stuffing approaches with Falcon. We're going to continue seeing lots of these up tilts, bears, and lasers.
Yeah, that's the like really tough thing, especially when you're playing like Falco versus Captain Falcon. Captain Falcon just has a tough time getting close to Falco.
He got back air one time, F smash, there you go. I would have went out back air so he could drift to Randall as well.
Yeah, he could have saved that extra. It doesn't look like it made a big difference. Captain Falcon's recovery is just so bad.
Right. I mean his neutral honestly is like not it's better than his recovery, but against Falco it's hard to find these openings. Look at how well HBR is spacing his moves, and he's shielding at good times. He dashes away and then shield stops and goes into a bear to actually beat Phrigid's nairs like flat out with his bear.
Yeah, it's just like so hard to get close, and that's what this entire game is about. And especially on a small stage, he doesn't even have room to move around.
Yeah, well, I mean, the small stage is potentially going to help him find the space that he wants to be close to Rodney, because Rodney won't be able to run away. But Rodney's not running away so much as he is just holding his space.
Yeah, just like a solid neutral game, solid neutral decisions.
Yeah. So one of the habits that Phrigid should be paying attention to right now is a lot of the times he's getting stuffed is because Rodney, or HPR, is going for short hop non-fast fall bear at him, and you can shield grab that if you do it correctly. You can either turn around if he's going for like trying to cross you up, which he hasn't been, or just as long as you don't commit to anything and just wait for the back air to land. It does auto cancel, but the hitbox is no longer lingering as soon as it hits your shield.
All right, so this is like close to the end of this game here. Now you're Phrigid. What do you think you need to be doing in order to turn this around? What do you need to be doing to change the momentum in your favor?
Well, are you talking about like for the set of the game? Because I wouldn't be giving up on the game yet.
No, we still got a stock left to go. What do we want to do right now?
I think what he's doing, he's just trying to. He just caught.
Oh.
It's not gonna work. I don't think it's gonna work yet. He needs, like he's doing, just he's overextending and mixing up his angles and stuff on his nair to try to bait out the back air, and he got it there. Both of his openings here were to punish Rodney going for defensive options like bear and up tilt.
Yeah, and now we're in a one stock game now. Anything can happen.
Yeah, it's possible. He's going for there's the power shield that I was talking about. He just shield grabbed that, so he figured it out. That's good on him. Now, unfortunately, because he didn't win this game, and he put those adaptations out on the table, Rodney, good knows going into a fresh game to look for those changes. The changes were enough to almost give him a 3-1 stock comeback. So if he had saved them for this game, he might have just went up 2 stocks, and then you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but instead HPR he's up a game, and he knows what he's got to look out for in things that he should be adapting to.
Right. And I mean, it's up to you on how you want to do that. It's a best of 5, so saving the information isn't terrible. I know some people would argue that you want to just try to win every game like it's anime or something.
It's exactly like what you were saying earlier. Even if you're down 3 stocks to 1, there's still 1, and you don't want to give up just yet, because you literally can't just win. And he was close to it.
Right. Now, unfortunately, like I said, the adaptations were blatant. So if HPR is paying attention, a lot of times, for me, I'll try it. I won't like give up. But if I don't think I can actually make the comeback, I will use my time to sort of scout for the next game.
Yeah, figure out what they're doing, figure out what you need to be doing, make a game plan, give yourself a little mental vacation, because that's so huge in these, especially like towards the end of the tournament, when it's it's you and him. You know that you've both been playing for a long time. You know that your head is just about to explode from how much work you've been doing on it.
Yeah. I don't disagree necessarily with trying, because if he would have gotten that game, he was close. He was one finished punish away from having it, so.
And that's 20% of a set, like, in your pocket there if you can convert. So
yeah.
Not a decision that you can make just trivially. Now, meanwhile, we've been seeing a lot of adaptations here on both players' sides.
Oh, you want to shoot smash that?
But it's really solid what he's been doing here, and the spacing that we've seen from HPR is just incredible. How he's been keeping him away, keeping him far away on this bigger stage.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what you need to be doing as Falco.
So he used that back throw not to look for a gimp, but to seize center stage, and now we're gonna see lots of back airs.
Yeah, he's down to the last stock on Phrigid here, so he doesn't need to be worrying about doing anything fancy. He just needs to put damage on. At some point, he's going to have an opportunity to take advantage of, and then he can close this one out.
Yeah. So Rodney is more or less turned his brain off for different reasons than trying to scout for information. What he's done is he's relaxing, I think, to conserve energy for the following games. He is up a game.
Yeah, he knows that he just needs to win one more after he closes this one out, and that's what his goal is to do right now. He just want to close this one out without spending too much mental energy, so you're nice and fresh for game 3.
The other thing is, by not changing it up and looking for new things in neutral to end the game, he's not giving any information away to Phrigid, who's trying to scout.
Yeah, and you know Phrigid is doing the same thing. It's exactly right. You know when it's the end of the game and you don't have a lot of good winning chances, you have to be doing everything you can. You have to be putting every advantage you can in your side.
Yeah. And the thing about HPR is like his platform to work with in this matchup is so strong to begin with. After a couple games of playing Phrigid and filling in the rest of the pieces of the puzzle for him, I think that if we see a game 4, it's going to be a dominant game by HPR.
All right, now the players went with Battlefield for game 3. What do you think about this matchup on Battlefield?
I think it is Falco's best stage, and it's harder to recover on because you can't ride the wall and look for techs, which Phrigid did rely on a couple of times so far in the set.
Yeah, you get Battlefield so hard, but Captain Falcon just has so tough of a time getting back when he's anywhere off the stage on Battlefield.
Yeah. And the other thing is Falco's ability to edgeguard Falcon from above the ledge is just ridiculous.
Yeah, just like that. Look at what happened just there. It was like Falcon had no chance of holding back from that as long as Falco just stayed awake.
Another aspect here is that Phrigid so far hasn't been going for guaranteed reaction tech chases. So I've caught HPR doing literally the quote-unquote stupidest option multiple times now off of getting down thrown or put on a platform, just because Phrigid is guessing and not reacting. So
if you're guessing, the stupidest option actually becomes the smartest one because you know that they're not going to guess you to do that, so you can just take advantage of that gap in their game.
Yeah. And we'll probably see him mix it up here now that he's got another lead. He can afford to risk getting punished a little bit just to make Phrigid play more honest.
And that's exactly the thing you need to be looking for. You need to be adapting your game based on what is going on, not just in the game itself, but in the set.
Right.
And if you're up 2 games in a set, you know you can play a little bit more aggressively. You know you've got a little bit of a cushion to work with, and so you can take advantage of that.
He tried laser land there, and Phrigid guessed, and that down smash is going to take that.
Yeah, you punished him hard on that attempt to punish there.
Yeah, see, that's what I was talking about, is recovering from low Battlefield makes it very hard to hit those techs because you can't ride the wall before you SDI into the wall.
Yeah, exactly. And on top of that, the fact is that you have to you don't have those same visual cues and tactile cues that you have when you're recovering on something like Final Destination, for example.
True. Yeah, because on FT you just you just jam the angle up the wall and then just try to time the tech.
Yeah, there's no real finesse to it. You just have training wheels basically. On Battlefield, there's no training wheels.
I don't know what the thought process from Phrigid was for Battlefield as his pick, but I'm not sure I agree with it. Maybe he just wasn't sure exactly what he needed to change or maybe something like that. He just wanted a neutral stage. And this is heralded, Battlefield's heralded as the most neutral stage in the game. But I think in this matchup, I would consider that being the case.
Yeah, now we're down to the last stock here, and again, we're doing exactly what we've been doing with HPR. He's just trying to take some damage wherever he can. And yeah, if you can get a random F smash
for
in
the
there.
whole set.
Oh my gosh, he sure did.
up until it was enough for him to win, he saved it.
And that's a 3-0 for HPR in this game.
I think I have to play.